Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to show us quickly how to solve this polynomial equation. Alright, so solution. First thing is we have to rearrange this equation. Alright, so let's bring x raised to power 3, then followed by x raised to power 2. We bring this 12 to this side, becomes minus 12 equals 0. Alright, so this is a cubic equation, and then we have to find the rational root using the rational root theorem. All right, and then the possible rational roots are the factors of 12. All right, so the possible rational roots are the factors of 12, and that can be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 4, plus or minus 6, and plus or minus 12. All right, so these are the factors of 12. These are the rational roots and the possible factors of 12. All right, so now from there, we don't need to be testing each of them. So what I will just do is that I will just say let x equals to 2. All right, so of all the factors of 12 that I have here, I have chosen to test x equals 2. All right, so now what's the equation? We have x raised to power 3 plus x raised to power 2 minus 12 equals 0. Okay, when x is 2, I will say 2 raised to power 3 plus 2 raised to power 2 minus 12 equals 0. And this will give 8, this will give 4, minus 12 equals 0. Okay. So the whole of this will give you 0 because 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 minus 12 is 0. So now it means that x equals 2 is a root. So it means x equals 2 is a root. And then by the time we bring these two to this side, it becomes x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 2 equals 0. So that means that x minus 2 is a factor. X minus 2 is a factor. All right, so what we need to do now is to perform polynomial division to find the other factors. We have other factors and we have other roots. So how do we do it now? We have to use polynomial division to find the other factors which will give us the other roots. Right, so it means that we have to divide. Let me write polynomial division. That's what we are doing. Right, so it means, and polynomial division is a long division. So we have to divide x raised to power 3 plus x raised to power 2 minus 12 by this factor, which is x minus 2. Right, so now divide x raised to power 3 by x to give us x raised to power 2. You write it here. X raised to power 2 times x will give us x raised to power 3. X raised to power 2 times minus 2 will give us minus 2x raised to power 2. And then what do? We subtract. This will give us 0. So x raised to power 3, we cancel x to power 3. And then here we have plus minus 2x squared. So minus times minus will give us plus. And then the whole of this will give us 3x squared. Now, x is missing. We have s cubed, we have s squared. Normally what we should have next should be x. Alright, so because x is not there, I will just write it as 0x instead of skipping it. Then I can now bring down this minus 12. Alright, so now from here, what I will do is I will do 3x squared divided by x to give me plus 3x. So plus 3 times x will give me 3x squared. Plus 3 times minus 2 will give me minus 6x. Alright, so now we'll subtract. So 3x squared minus 3x squared will give me 0. This will cancel this. And then plus minus 6 will give me plus 6x. Now I can now bring down this minus 12. Let me bring down this minus 12. And then lastly, divide 6x by x to give me plus 6. So write the plus 6 here. So plus 6 times x will give me plus 6x. Plus 6 times minus will give me minus 12. And then what do we have? We have 0. So there is no remainder. It means that when we divide s cubed plus s squared minus 12 by this factor x minus 2, we have s squared plus 3x plus 6. And then, so that gives our other factors. It means that we have x minus 2. If you multiply with s squared plus 3x plus 6 to give us the cubic equation. So now we have to find the two other factors that we have here. So it means you factorize this or use quadratic formula. All right, so and then seeing this cannot be factorized, it's not factorizable. So we have to use quadratic formula. Now, using quadratic formula to find the other factors from here. And you know quadratic formula says x equals to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And then the equation, this is the equation we want to solve using quadratic formula. What is our a? Our a is 1. What is b? B is 3. And what is c? C is 6. All right, so we have x equals to minus 3 plus or minus square root 3 squared minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 6 over 2 times 1. Our a is 1. Okay, so now x equals to minus 3 plus or minus 3 squared gives 9, and then 4 times 1 times 6 gives 24 over 2 times 1 gives 2. So we have x equals to minus 3 plus or minus 9 minus 24 gives minus 15, everything over 2. Okay, so now anytime you see a square root of a negative number, it means you are dealing with imaginary numbers, and that is what we have in this place. And then what we are going to do is that now I'm going to write it out this way: minus 3 plus or minus square root of minus 1 multiplied by square root of 15 over 2. Right, so when you multiply this and this, it's going to give us this. And then you know that our imaginary unit, this is equals to square root of minus 1. All right, so this is what our imaginary unit is. So it means anywhere we see square root of minus 1, we can write this. And it means this equation gives us x equals to minus 3 plus or minus, this is our imaginary unit, and then we have square root of 15 over 2. And then lastly, we have our other factors now. So it means x can be equals to minus 3 plus imaginary unit square root of 15 over 2, or it can be minus 3 minus imaginary units square root of 15 over 2. And finally, let's write out all our factors. All right, so these ones are complex solutions. We have one real solution and we have two complex solutions. And then, so it means x equals to 2, that is the real number or the real solution. So we have x equals to, these two are complex solutions. So you can just say x equals to minus 3 plus or minus imaginary units square root of 15 over 2. That these two, they are what? They are complex solutions. All right, so those are the values of x when you solve that cubic equation. Okay, so now let's try something similar. Let me give you something similar so that we can try it. Now let's try this. Let's solve 2x raised to power 3 plus 3x squared equals to 18. Okay, so let's solve this and drop our answer in the comment section. All right, thanks guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And also, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please and please do subscribe. See you next time.